This week we're going to preview the USDA monthly supply demand report, which will be released on Friday, May 12th. We're also going to take a look at planting progress here in the U.S. as well as short-term weather trends, and wrap things up looking at long-term trends in November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We moved into the month of May here and we've seen a very brisk pace of planting here in the U.S. First though, let's preview Friday's USDA monthly supply demand report. There's a lot of numbers here in this table here. What we're going to do is highlight the soybean estimates. Now this will be the trend yield estimate for production, of course, in Friday's report for beans, but it's just under 4.5 billion bushels. Notice last year was only 4.276. So we're looking for a bigger crop this year in 2023. Yield average 51.9 bushels. Look at last year's final yield, only 49.5. A long way to go, however. And we're looking at the ending stocks estimate, new crop 23-24, just under 300 million bushels. 292 million is the average trade guess. Old crop at 216. Here's the number that I think you ought to focus on Friday, would be the ending stocks number, because that number incorporates the production number as well as demand projections. Let's now move on here and focus on weather trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. We're starting out here looking at a rainier pattern developing later this week and that May 11th to the 14th time period. A lot of colors on this chart here on the map. The heaviest amounts are in those pink circles. The blue is the next level, and as you move further east here, lighter amounts in the green colors. Now let's move ahead to next week. We're looking here at May 15th to the 21st. Lighter amounts of precip, a pattern change, a cooler pattern, but a drier pattern. So we're going to quantify that in a second, but the bottom line is for next week, that May 15th to the 21st, not as much rain after this front moves through this weekend. Let's quantify things over the next 7 days in terms of precip. Now the heaviest amounts here up in the northern plains, South Dakota, North Dakota, parts of Nebraska, as well as western Minnesota. Across the heart of the Corn Belt, not as much, but there is still some rainfall forecast across Indiana as well as southern Ohio. Now over the next 2 weeks here, quantifying things, all that light yellow color, if you will, is normal. So we are looking at the heaviest amounts of precip still up in the Dakotas. A bit concerning there in terms of planting progress, but across the heart of the Corn Belt, it looks like normal amounts. Let's take a look at the national progress here in terms of planting. Our map here is showing that we're off to a very fast start, 35% versus only 21% for the 5-year average. Illinois has 2/3 of their beans planted, for example. Not quite as fast a pace in the east, although it's still above average in Ohio. In the west, we're looking at states such as Kansas above the average, and North Dakota, however, has yet to begin. Now let's take a look at the history of planting progress the last 5 years. Again, we're looking at a near record pace here in 2023. And over the next 2 weeks on average, from May 7th to the 21st, we had an additional 31% of the beans in terms of planting. So we may be pushing around 60 to 65%, weather permitting, by that 21st of May. Let's wrap things up this week looking at long-term trends in November futures. Now, November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, are trading about $12.55 a bushel. That is $2 below last year, but it's still $1.40 above the 5-year average for this time of year. So a key message is we strongly encourage you to continue to defend your balance sheet and work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your positions in place prior to the release of Friday's USDA report. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. And on Friday this week, we'll have our live YouTube update following the USDA report at 11:20 Central Time. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.